Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom to all our Pnei Or Chevra and extended family and friends and everyone who is viewing far and near. This Shabbat, our journey through Sefer VaYikra, the book of Leviticus, concludes with a double Parsha, Behar Behukotai. The overarching VaYikra themes of Kedusha, of holiness, unfold further, with new instructions to help us live in right relationship with each other, with God, and with the land. We are still camped at Har Sinai. Moshe channels divine instruction, now teaching us the laws of the Shemitah, reminding us that just as humans need Shabbat, so does the land. One day, we will not be nomadic. We will be farmers as well as shepherds. When we develop an agricultural economy, we must remember that the land does not belong to us. We will be custodians of land that is holy. We must live in right relationship with God, with each other, and the land. Last Shabbos, we learned how to pattern our lives on the sacred rhythm of the seasons, being in harmony with the cycles of sun and moon and earth, living in the pattern of holy days and sacred time. This week, that lesson continues. Shabbat for humans and animals is a weekly relinquishing of control over the earth. But the land, the fields, and all growing things, the land needs its own Shabbat. Not only day-long every week, but year-long every 7 years. Every 7th year, all agricultural working of the fields will cease. And the produce that grows of its own accord will be free for the taking for all. The cycle of 7 crescendos into the Yovel, the Jubilee year, on which work on the land again ceases. All indentured servants are set free. All family estates that were sold, typically in times of economic duress, revert back to their original owners. Additional laws governing the sale of land, the prohibitions against fraud and unfair profit-taking regulate the economy, promoting a kind of economic equilibrium in which no one can enrich themselves at the expense of another. A radical vision. We are exhorted to be vigilant guardians of this commitment, to walk a mitzvahtic path. Im bechukotai telechu ve'et mitzotai tishmeru. If you walk the path of these laws and you are guardians of these mitzvot, there will be benefits. Prosperity, security. Wow, will it be good? But be careful, watch out. The litany of evils that will befall us if we abandon this commitment are harsh. When a path of fairness, of justice, of respect is abandoned, the consequences are not pretty. Yet we are reminded that our brit is enduring, even if things turn bad. Even so, our brit, our covenantal relationship with God, will endure. There is always a way back. This Shabbos, as we conclude this Sefer of Torah, we will sing out, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, strong, and strengthen each other. Let's indeed be strong and strengthen each other. We live in a world that so rarely reflects the highest values to which we aspire. Let's recommit, again and again, to a radical vision of the way the world can and must be. Let's live not in commodified time, but in the flow of sacred time, affirming our Torah ideals of economic justice and deep respect for the land. Shabbat Shalom. We enter the gate of Torah. Ki mitzion tete Torah, Devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tete Torah, Devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tete Torah, Devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'Yerushalayim. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu Adonai iti, uneramama Shemo Yachdav. This Shabbat, again, we read from the exquisite 300-year-old Sephardi Torah scroll that Jack's father rescued in late 1941 from Nazi-occupied Paris. It is a treasure to have this scroll in our family. Wherever you are, if you feel called to rise to Torah, rise into this aliyah, please stand. An aliyah dedicated to the overarching theme of Sefer VaYikra, a commitment to holiness, to living in right relationship with God, with one another, and with the land. If there is a particular way in your life right now in which you feel called to recommit to your highest vision of the way the world can and must be, a world infused with the rhythms of sacred time, ideals of economic justice, and deep respect for the land, please rise.
ויעזור ויגן וישיל על הכל החוסים בו ונאמר אמן. הכל אהבו גודל אלוהינו תנו כבוד לתורה. יעמדו לתורה, יקמנה, ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו, ואתם הדבקים באדוני אלוהיכם, חיים כולכם היום.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו באהבה ורצון, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוכה את השכינה נותנת התורה.
וידבר אדוני אל משה בהר סיני לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, כי תבואו אל הארץ אשר אני נותן לכם, ושבתה הארץ שבת לאדוני. 6 שנים תזרע שדך, ו6 שנים תזמור כרמך, ואספת את תבואתה, ובשנה השביעית שבת שבתון יהיה לארץ, שבת לאדוני. שדך לא תזרע וכרמך לא תזמור, את פיח קצירך תקצור, ואת ענבי נזירך לא תקצור, שנת שבתון יהיה לארץ. והייתה שבת הארץ לכם לאכלה, לך ולעבדך ולאמתך ולשכירך ולתושבך הגרים עמך, ולבהמתך ולחיה אשר בארצך תהיה כל תבואתה לאכול. Now Adonai speaks to Moshe from the Sinai source, saying, now tell all Israel, saying, you will arrive and settle and be established in the land that I am giving you. But at one point, when you have gathered all of the produce and worked all of your fields, in the 7th year, the land needs Shabbat. This is the Shabbat of Adonai, where you will not plow your field, or sow, or control your field, or harvest from your vineyards. You will let them grow wild and go back yourself to a state of nature. Stop trying to control the land. Everything that grows on the land wild you may gather. You and your servants, everyone that lives with you, everyone who lives in your land, the herds, the wild animals, everybody will have enough to eat from what the land gives you. וספרת לך 7 שבתות שנים 7 שנים 7 פעמים, והיו לך ימי 7 שבתות השנים 49 שנה, והעברת שופר תרועה בחודש השביעי בעשור לחודש, ביום הכיפורים תעבירו שופר בכל ארצכם. And as you count 7 cycles of 7 cycles of 7 years in the 50th year, in The 7th month on the 10th day, on Yom Kippur, you will sound the shofar, because this is the Yovel, the final year when everything comes to a complete rest and the land gets to restart. And you will proclaim liberty throughout the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. Debts will be cancelled. Indentured servants will go free. There is a complete reshift and a resettling of your entire society, so that you may live in security in the inheritance of the land that I give you. V'ha'aretz lo timacher litzmitut. And you may not sell off your land in such a way that it cannot be returned to its natural state. Ki li kol haaretz, ki geyim v'toshavim atem imadi. Because this land is my land, it is not your land. You live from my hand. You are wanderers and nomads on my land. Uv'chol haaretz achuzatchem geula titnu la'aretz. And in all the places in your land where you live, there is freedom and redemption to arrive. Im behukotai telechu, ve'et mitzvotai tishmeru vasitem otam, ve'natati gishmeichem be'itam, ונתנה הארץ יבולה, ועץ השדה ייתן פריו, והשיג לכם דיש את בציר, ובציר ישיג את זרע, ואכלתם לחמכם לשובע, וישבתם לבטח בארצכם, ונתתי שלום בארץ, ושבתם באין מחריד, והשיבותי חיה רעה מן הארץ, וחרב לא תעבור בארצכם. If you walk in the path of the directives and the laws I lay down to you, and you guard yourself in that path, doing everything given, then everything will be in balance. The rains will come in the right time. You will live in balance with your fields, which will give you produce. And you will eat your bread and live in trust and security in your land. I will give complete shalom to the land where you are living. There will be no tzoros. Wild beasts will be gone, and the sword will be no longer seen anywhere in your land. Ve'im lo tishme'u li, ve'lo ta'asu et kol hamitzvot ha'ele, ve'im behukotai tim'asu ve'et mishpatai tiga'el nashechem, levilti asot et kol mitzvotai lehafrechem et briti. However, if you blow it and you're not listening to me and you don't follow the path, if you don't go in this direction, and instead your soul turns off into odd directions and blows off the covenant that I have with you, everything will go bad. Your life will go sour. The land will fail to give produce. The land will become poisoned. Your enemies will rise up against you, and ultimately you will disappear from the face of the good land that I have given you. Yet, v'zacharti ani, yet I remember the covenant that I made with your first ancestors, the nomads on my land. I will not forget you. Eile hamitzvot, these now are all the directions and the wisdom that Adonai gives to Moshe and all Yisrael from the source at Sinai. Eile hamitzvot asher tziva Adonai et Moshe El Bnei Yisrael Behar Sinai. Chazak chazak v'nitchazek.
Sefer VaYikra has ended.
Chazak chazak v'nitchazek v'nitchazek. Chazak chazak v'nitchazek v'nitchazek. Chazak chazak v'nitchazek v'nitchazek. Chazak chazak v'nitchazek v'nitchazek. Be strong, strong, and strengthen each other. 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 Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek, v'nitchazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek, v'nitchazek.
Be strong and strengthen each other. May we live in a world true to the radical vision, our most radical vision of the way that the world can be. A world not governed by commodified time, but sacred time, affirming our Torah ideals of economic justice and deep respect for the land. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. We're going to offer at this time prayers for healing. And then when we lift the scroll, you'll be able to see the white space at the end of Sefer VaYikra, where we just read. We offer at this time heartfelt prayers for healing, calling out the ancient words that Moshe Rabbeinu called out in prayer when Miriam, his sister, was stricken, and he prayed, Ana elna rafana la, please God, please heal. And she was healed. Please feel free at this time, if you wish to also rise in your place. You can reach out your hand towards the scroll. You can reach out your hand virtually to one another so that we make a living chain to Torah as we offer our prayers for healing. Ana elna refana, Ana elna refana, Ana elna refana, Ana we ask for a complete healing. Refuat HaNefesh, Refuat HaGuf, a healing of spirit, of soul, and a healing of body for ourselves and for all of those whom we hold in our hearts. We especially send our healing prayers to all who are wrestling with illness, from this most grievous pandemic, and to the heroic healthcare workers who daily risk their lives to save life. We stay present, rising together as the scroll is lifted.
And I'll see if I can get you a good view of the end of the book. Vezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Livnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe Yisrael ve'oraita ve'kudisha b'richuchahu Yisrael ve'oraita ve'kudisha b'richuchahu Torah ora, Torah ora, Hallelujah Torah ora, Torah ora, Hallelujah Hallelujah Torah ora, Torah ora, Hallelujah Torah ora, Torah ora, Hallelujah. Etz Chaim Lama Chazikim
As we live into our vision of the way that the world can and must be, a radical vision, in which we live embedded in the flow of sacred time, affirming our ideals of economic justice and being in right relationship with God and with each other and the earth. We hold in our hearts our prayers for shalom, for wholeness, completion, fulfillment, and peace, a holy vision of the way the world can be and must be, aleinu, for all of us, for all the people and creatures of this world. Od yavo shalom, aleinu, wholeness, completion, perfection, fulfillment, and peace. Shabbat is me'ein olam haba, a taste of the way the world can and must be. Wholeness, completion, fulfillment, perfection, and peace. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam. Hayom Hahu, Hayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad,
Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo,
with our prayers for shalom in our hearts, we offer a Kaddish Yatom, a mourner's Kaddish. That all of those for whom a mourner's Kaddish is offered this morning will have a soul ascent yet higher into the divine light. If you are in a time of mourning, or you are observing a yahrzeit, or perhaps you have taken on the practice of rising to say Kaddish in behalf of all of those who have perished with no one to say Kaddish for them. You can remain standing or rise at this time. Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbo, Be'olma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chaye echon u'v'yom echon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'zman kariv imru amen, Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam ul'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemayim v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'rameha, hi ta'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May there be a soul ascent for each neshama for whom Kaddish Yatom was offered this morning. Shabbat Shalom, beautiful friends. We conclude our time together. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkenu, Ve'ein Kemoshienu.
Eloheinu Baruch, Adonenu Baruch, Magenu Baruch, Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Magenu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shektinu, Avodenu, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We wish you a sweet and beautiful journey through the rest of Shabbos.